Hey, what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tuts, and today I'm going to show you how to make a CSS drop-down menu, and we're going to start from scratch. So over the course of the next couple of videos, I'm going to make everything from a simple one-level CSS drop-down menu to a two-level CSS drop-down menu, and then we're going to make some sort of large mega menu, something that has content in it that's not just links, so maybe images or all sorts of stuff, who knows. So first off, I wanted to start off, I just made this document here, and it's just an index file from HTML5 boilerplate. Even says hello, this is HTML5 boilerplate. I didn't really even bother to remove that. But as you can see, I have a nav tag, and then I have a UL, and inside of the unordered list, I have a list item, an anchor tag, and then inside of that list item, I have another unordered list, some list items with an anchor in it, and then I close that, and then I do it again. And then come down here, close everything off. So if we go to our document here, you'll see it looks just like a basic, we have a list item and then a list item within a list item and so on and so forth. So these link level ones are going to be our main links, and that's great. And here, these links below them are going to be the hover over. These are going to be the drop down portion of our drop down menu. So notice how there's absolutely no styling or anything done whatsoever. So we're going to be starting fresh with this. So let me pull up our CSS, and notice how there's just some things here. This is all the stuff that just comes with HTML5 boilerplate. So author's custom styles, my styles are going to go right here. Okay, and normally, we'd want to give this a class or something, but since this is the only navigation on our page, we don't have to worry about too much. Let's say that this nav has a background of, let's just say 999, just a nice gray color. Actually, let's take it a little bit darker than that. We'll do 666. And we'll make all of the link colors white, maybe even 333, whatever. I wasn't planning on going dark with this, but it's cool. I'm just going to make all my anchors on this site color white. There we go. And I'm also going to have a no underline on these to begin with. We'll do like a hover state that'll be a little bit more obvious on the link itself. So, okay, here we go. We have our links, and they're looking a little bit better. What is the first step here? Well, the first step is that we need to make these list items in a line. And so you could use something like display inline to get these all inline here. However, we're going to want to make these block items. Right now, their display list item is their display property, but we're going to want it to be display block, and we're going to want them to float left. So let's come down here and let's go back to our CSS. So we're going to say nav ul, I'll make this here just so we can add some stuff there later, and then nav ul li, and we're going to say display block float left. So let's go to our page here. Let me refresh. And you'll notice you don't see anything. Well, it's really because we're floating these items here and taking them out of the flow of the document. If you watch the video on floating, you'll know that when you float something, it takes it out of the flow. And since our nav here has the background on it, it essentially collapses because everything in it is now out of the flow of the document. So if we come to our nav, and HTML5 boilerplate actually has a clearfix class built into it. So I'm just going to give this nav a class of clearfix. Actually, better yet, I'm going to put it on the unordered list here, just like that. And let's come back to our page, refresh, and we now have our links 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll notice that these links are also being assigned display block and float left. We don't want that. We want those straight up and down. So let's come back to our CSS. and we can now say nav ul li, and then we can now say inside of the list item we have another list item and another order list and another list item, and inside of here all we have to say is float none. So this is going to remove the float, keep them display block, and let's come back to our page, refresh. We now have something that's resembling a little bit more of a navigation. Now I'm going to add some things to these links here, and we're going to give each of these a width and we'll give it some padding and a hover state. And so I want to style these links. I'm just going to say nav ul and then a. So the first anchor, or the anchors in nav ul, are going to be set to display block, and we're also going to have these float left, and we're going to give these a width of, let's say, 150 pixels, and let's see what that looks like right now. We'll come to this page. Okay, a little bit better. We'll give them padding of maybe 20 pixels left and right, 10 pixels top and bottom, 20 pixels left and right, and sorry, I'm used to typing in SAS, so I keep on wanting to do some nested classes here and stuff. And I'll type nav ul a hover, and on the hover state we're just going to change the background to be a little bit darker. Okay, so now every single link we hover over is going to be darker, just like that. Alright, so the menu isn't quite finished yet. However, we like to keep these videos nice and short. That way you can watch them in small chunks and keep track of it. So we're going to pick up this in the next video, exactly where we left off, and we're going to make this into a working drop-down menu in the very next video. And keep in mind, we're going slow with these because we want to make sure we illustrate every single point so you understand how they're working. So as always, if you have any questions, please hit us up on Twitter or Facebook. Just let us know what you're thinking. As always, this is Scott with Level Up Tuts, and thanks for watching. Bye.